Okay, so we're gonna texture all around here. And then we're gonna start filling in here as well. Aaron's working in LA right now, so I'm taking over for a little bit. So we're gonna do what we can. But yeah, it's coming along. So I added some little details on this. See a little bit of arch and to the rock. I blended that a little bit. Some more texture here. And this, still got some work to do on it.
Okay, so I wasn't sure how painting directly on the styrofoam would go. I had painted on some styrofoams and it never seemed to dry and had weird effects to it, but I mean, this sticks, but it doesn't really protect the styrofoam. You can still push it in. And I'm worried that if somebody brushes up against an edge, it'll just take a chunk off. So I'm thinking about wrapping every little piece of styrofoam with the plaster. And so up here, I tried to use that glue. Here I didn't use the glue. And you can see it just perforates right through, and so the paint shows pretty bad. And then down here I did use the glue and it didn't fill the holes. So I think I'm gonna have to coat and do some stuff to make sure that it looks good when it's done. Okay, I know I keep saying we're almost done with the plaster, but ended up buying a lot more because we still have to do inside the tunnel, around over here, around in the back over there. So there's a lot of little places, and I think I wanted to add a little bit more obstacles like this, and I want to put more of a arch piece right there. And I think I'm gonna do, with that chunk of foam, some more hoodoos coming down right here. We still have to build the little, I don't know what you call it, some kind of bridge. And then tomorrow, or not tomorrow, I utilized all the plaster, left this film paste on the bottom. And what I did is I used it and filled in all these little holes. Not all of them, obviously, but filled in a lot of those with that. I ordered this big old thing of paint, and I'm gonna try mixing some colors because I used some of my art paint to paint on it, but you can still see the holes and stuff. But I was trying different things, so what I'm thinking about doing is utilizing that glue I mixed, and I still have a bunch of it left, and I still have a lot of the powder, so I can make more. I think I'm gonna pigment this glue and try to put it in all the places that have the perforations that you can see. And I ended up liking the plaster way better than that glue for the paper mache. Maybe I just didn't have a good material. Maybe I should use stuff like newspaper or actual paper instead of cloth. And that may have worked better. I did use more of that gray paper mache, and that definitely fills the holes. It adds texture. I haven't tried painting over it yet, but I wasn't sure if I was going to cover all the hoodoos, but the hoodoos with the styrofoam are really, I don't know, soft, I guess you could say, and I feel like they'd break easy, but you know, you'd have to like be reaching in here to break it. But right now there's so much more done for sure, but man, now it's like the details feel like things are gonna be kind of slow, so I probably won't film all of it. I'll film like little sections of how I put this stuff on, just so you can see the method, I guess. And Arnie had worked some more on it and put in some more tunnel holes. A couple, we haven't had one in that lower one, and so I ran out of the plaster, so we're just trying to fill this in. So that's where it's at right now, and I'll go ahead and do some time lapse for what I'm going to do tonight.
So I mixed this paint. I haven't tried it yet because I didn't like the color. I felt it was too pink, so I had to wait and buy some more color. And so I went ahead and kept working on the other areas, just laying out more plaster. This took a lot more plaster than I thought and anticipated, and it took some time as well. But we are now really getting to the point where we are going to get the paint laid down and some more of the details and stuff. And that should really be the fun part, other than actually driving it. But we have been driving it, testing it. That one hill incline we haven't been able to go up it, so we're gonna have to figure out maybe putting some texture and stuff. But forward later on in this video, we got some fun things that we accomplished finally, and excited about that. So here, just really tried whipping out the last bit of the plaster, but I did run out. But we're almost there, almost done. Here I'm starting to shape a few styrofoam pieces to make an additional step and arches and different more details to kind of clean it up. And here I'm making more hoodoos for the top arch over on the left. And that burner thing is awesome. It shapes things so quick. It makes shaping styrofoam actually pretty fun, but seems super toxic. So I have the door open and a fan going, trying to take the fumes out. But I wanted to add another arch over the outer road coming up, and so I started that as well. And Arnie worked on it when I had to go back to LA, but he made a lot of progress too.
Okay, I'm finally trying to sit down and try and get this like little not suspension, like a drawbridge type of thing. So it'll come into this point, and then as you drive down it, it will be able to fall, rotate, allow the truck to come down to the other level. So all the challenges that I'm looking at are clearance with the suspension bridge, how long I should do it to where it's balanced, and how to even make it. So that's kind of what I'm working on. I cut these kind of long so I can always cut them shorter. And I'm going to use a wooden dowel to act as the pivot point. That'll go about here, kind of support the other side. And I need to decide what to do with this. Either have it come down and then come out and around over this. So have it come down, maybe loop around, or have it come down. I'm not really sure. So those are the last bits I need to figure out, and then it's just a matter of getting the plaster. I still need to plaster inside that tunnel, and a few other places around that new arch I added. I just felt that area needed a little bit more. Added the extra bumps and stuff on that side ledge coming up. And yeah, taking a lot longer than I thought, but got to make it work right and be fun to use, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so in here I used a counterweight since it's a shorter side, and also built up a few extra popsicle sticks. So the way it's working the way I wanted it to, which is when it comes down, it stays down. When it goes up, it stays up. So that means you can go either direction. Just can't follow somebody unless you're right behind them. And then maybe you won't be able to put the bridge down. I don't know, haven't tried that part yet. But anyway, it works. I'm happy with it. I just put a wooden dowel through the bottom, a couple straps, pre-drilled some screws. The tricky part is sometimes the wheels or the tires will slide between a couple areas, so you got to keep the momentum going up in order to make it work. But I had this old battery terminal off our 4Runner, and that acts as a perfect counterweight. And so, yeah, excited that that part's done and getting a bit closer.
You're awesome. Liked it.